31. So Job, from what he said, he kept a lot of God's commandment, and it sounds like I read in some places where it even said that Job was probably maybe one of the oldest books in the Bible. So it might have even been before Moses' time, but it it sounds like he knew the way of God, and he kept God's commandment. Not only like the outward ceremony of it, but the spirit of it. For example, Jesus, like the old commandment, the 10 Commandments said you should not commit adultery. Yet when Jesus came, he even emphasized the lustful aspect of it. That if you look at a woman with lust, you've already committed adultery with her. And yet Job, this is an Old Testament book, he already understood the spirit of that command, and he said he doesn't even he made a covenant with his eyes to not look lustfully at a young woman. So he already understood that, and so that was clear to him in his days. And so he did not walk with falsehood. He didn't deny justice. He didn't he was charitable to the poor. He did not trust in gold because that would be idolatry, and unfaithfulness to God. He did not rejoice at his enemy's misfortune. So he even understood the spirit of praying for your enemy and loving your enemy that was iterated in the New Testament. And so and he said that he is giving his defense. Let God answer him, and if his accuser write his indictment, then he would surely wear it on his shoulder and basically treat it with reverence. And so those are just, I think Job is just really he is very sure of his innocence, and he just wanted an answer. And it says right here, the words of Job are ended. So that's what happened. And so we see that Jesus did not come to establish a new law. He came to fulfill the law, and even bring back the spirit of it, the spirit of the law that is unknown or is lost through the many laws, human traditions that the Jewish leader added onto their rituals and things. But then they lost the spirit. They lost the essence of keeping the law, which is mercy and righteousness. And we know that Job, at least, is one person who lived in the Old Testament who understood that very true. And so God doesn't change. The law doesn't change. It's the people who try to change the law by adding their own things that makes it a burden for other people.